Yo, 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 yo to the community, man. Good morning, good morning. It's your boy Chris, Crispy Capping on Twitter, Crispy Capping on YouTube. Uh, haven't done a morning cap video in a while, so figured what better time than now? Today could be the day, right? Still do Twitter space, and the Crispy Capping show will be later this afternoon as always. But I wanted to make a quick video this morning, man. So first of all, I got a couple announcements I want to make. First and foremost, today is June the 10th. 2022. Game 4 of the NBA Finals will be played in Boston tonight, and I'm excited that we get some basketball action. I will be doing the live meet and greet in person, of course, tonight in Richmond, Virginia. So if you're in the area, feel free to shoot me a DM and pull up, come through. So yeah, shoot me a DM if you're gonna be in the DMV area and you're interested in coming and watching the game. I'm gonna do the live Twitter space and YouTube show from there as well. I have shirts if people want to buy shirts as well, so it'll be merch as well. And then the next thing I wanted to announce was the partnership. So myself and Ronald Cobain, shout out to Ronald, man. Absolutely enjoying this dude work. We've partnered with Chalkboard. Ronald was already over there. I kind of came in, so we're gonna tag team the Chalkboard community. But people who don't know, Chalkboard is a community that's really just a place where everybody can kind of interact. So you guys will be able to see my plays, you'll be able to see Ronald's plays. It's very engaging. Excited, man, excited. We got some things, some exciting things in the work for people. So we're really just excited about being able to kind of build a community to teach people on how to make smarter bets and win money long term and be profitable. So yeah, those are the two announcements. Now let's get into the actual game, man. So like I said, game 4, Warriors and Celtics tonight. Line that opened at 3.5 in favor of Boston. It's been pushed up to 4. I think it went to 4 pretty quickly. And you look at the spot, in this game. It's almost a do or die situation for Golden State because you don't want to go down 3-1. Even though Game 5 isn't going to be played in Golden State, you don't want to go down 3-1. So that's what you get on the Celtics side. And the Celtics have actually fared pretty well in this spot throughout the postseason. They're 5-0 straight up, 4-1 ATS in the playoffs, coming off a loss. So they haven't lost back-to-back games. Similarly to Boston, who hasn't lost back-to-back games. Coming off a double-digit loss, they're 3-0 ATS and straight up as well. And all 3 of those wins were by double digits. Shout out to Ronald Cobain because I watched this show, so that's where I got that information from. But then you get Boston as well, right? So Boston doesn't play as well coming off a win. They're 7-7 straight up, and ATS after a win in the playoffs this postseason. In those games, they're losing the first quarter by 3, winning the second quarter by 3. And overall, they're winning those games by 1 point. So, of course, you get a 4-point spread. Doesn't, bode well for Boston in this situation. And then specifically, if you look at Boston off a win when they're the home favorite in the next game, they're actually 3-4 straight up and 2-5 ATS in games in the postseason coming off a win in which they're the home favorite in the next game. And they're losing the first quarter by about 6 points, losing the first half by about 4 points. So a lot of trends. You guys know I typically look at trends when I'm, trying to make my bets. I'm attacking it from a psychological angle, a trend angle, stats angle, everything that I possibly can to, just to make a more informed decision. So the thing that I missed that I wanted to touch on real quick was Steph's injuries, right? So his foot injury is going to be critical to betting this game, right? Which is actually why I will probably look to, maybe take some live spots in this game because he did say he played yesterday in the media, during the media availability interview. But we don't know, how well his ankle is going to heal. Of course, he's getting around the clock treatment, and I'm pretty sure that training staff is doing everything that they possibly can to make sure that he is in the best possible condition that he could possibly be in, for game time tonight at 9:00 Eastern time. So I think that's really, really important, though. And it actually puts me on pause for a lot of different things. But I do have one thing that I like based on Steph's injury that I'm going to share with you guys. So here we are as far as continuing with the injury report. So also staying on the Golden State side of things, we do get Iggy Andre Iguodala and Otto Porter Jr. are both listed as questionable. I would expect those guys to play, but I'm not 100% sure. If they'll be available, I do expect and kind of lean towards them playing. Otto Porter Jr. has actually played pretty well. Hit some timely shots in this series. Just another big that can kind of, if they go small, kind of bring him in to play the four. Gives Draymond a break as well. And then on the opposite side of things for Boston, Robert Williams is listed as questionable. That's extremely important. If you know what his defensive impact is in the game and you've been watching the playoffs, you know that their defense is just not the true version of themselves when they have them versus when they don't. So, given all the trends and, I talked about Steph's injury, it actually leads me to one of my really, really strong leans. Full disclaimer, I haven't placed any bets yet. I probably will, but I won't go as heavy as I did in game 3. I really like Boston in the last game. Shout out to everybody who cashed on that Boston trifecta spot in the money line. But the play that I'm looking at, and shout out to Chris Rayvon. I was in the Twitter space yesterday and got a chance to hear Chris speak. He works for Action Network. Really insightful guy. I would recommend giving him a follow as well. He actually brought this to my attention. And I liked some of his points, and then I, did my own research, and I think this is the play that I'm leaning towards, and I haven't played it yet. But that play is actually Andrew Wiggins. So Wiggins over 16.5 points. I think 16.5 or his points and rebounds at over 22.5. I like both of these, right? So Wiggins is 2-1 to this number over the 16.5 points in this series, right? And he's still shooting close to his regular season averages, while everybody else on Golden State has kind of taken a dip. Maybe not Steph, but everybody else is kind of taking a dip in field goal percentage because Boston's defense is so good. But as long as he's being aggressive, I think Boston would like to see Andrew Wiggins score the ball and it not be Steph or Klay getting hot from 3 again, right? So Wiggins is going to have his opportunities. If he's being aggressive and being assertive, I think he could get to this number. Steph's injury definitely plays an impact in, the shot attempts. So if you go back and you look at the shot attempts, I think he shot the ball 16 times last game, maybe 12 times the game before. He only hit 1-3 last game. He was 1 for 6, and he still almost, got to that. He still actually got to his player prop. I think it might have been 15.5 last game, and they upped it a point this game. So yeah, I expect the maximum motivation spot for him as well. Like I said, the Golden State Warriors don't want to go back to the Bay down 3-1. He also played 40 minutes in the last game. I expect similar minutes to whatever they need to do. Maybe Draymond, maybe somebody on the coaching staff kind of lights a fire under Wiggins and tell him that he needs to be that guy and step up. He's actually one of the only players on the court, especially in the starting lineup, that can actually create their own shot based on his athleticism. His shot making. He's a 3-level scorer. He can definitely shoot the 3. He can shoot the pull up, and of course he can get to the rim. He can dunk on you. He can finish, at the rim as well. So I like Wiggins a lot, man. I haven't played it yet, but I had a lean in the first game and I didn't take it because I thought Klay would go under. I'm not expecting Klay to stay hot, so that's another thing that bodes well for Wiggins as well. And then the last thing, I always look at fouls, right? So Wiggins actually hasn't been in foul trouble throughout this series yet, and I don't anticipate it to be tonight. He's a really good defender. He knows how to, stay out of foul trouble, and they'll need him. They'll need him for, his defense on Jason Tatum or Jaylen. He's been guarding Tatum a lot, but if they put him on Jaylen Brown, but I still think that he can make an impact on the offensive end as well. And then the last thing I wanted to say is just line shopping. I'm always talking about line shopping. So the best line for Wiggins right now at the recording of this video, over 16.5 points is actually on FanDuel. It's a -106, which is actually pretty good value. I think Wiggins could score 18 to 20 points tonight. Shout out to OddsJam, of course, because that's where I get the information from. I definitely recommend checking out their website. Tons of great data over there. If you're line shopping and trying to be profitable long term, OddsJam is definitely the place to start. And that's really all I got for you guys. So just a recap: Wiggins over 16.5 points. Or I like his rebounds as well. Or if you wanted to play both, his rebounds are -5.5. It's 5.5 minus like 128 right now. So he's been actually hitting that number. I think he's 2-1 to that number as well. But if you wanted to combine them, the over 22.5 of points and rebounds together, couldn't talk you off of that. Really like that look a lot. I want to back Boston in this spot, but they haven't been extreme. They haven't been consistent enough for me. So we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, it'll be a live betting opportunity also. Golden State early is a look, but I'm probably not going to play that. I'm gonna crunch some more numbers and run some more data, watch some more of the post game interviews to completely cap this game, and then I'll be ready for the spaces. Shout out to the Twitter spaces. We'll be doing a Twitter space today. Like I said, Richmond, Virginia. Pull up if you're interested. It'll be at a local sports bar. Plenty of seating, plenty of good food. Like I said, I'll have T-shirts with me as well. So really, that's what I want to cap the video off with. Good luck on all your bets as always. We'll be doing the Twitter space today, 5:30 Eastern time. Hopefully you can make it. And when you come, tell a friend and tell a friend, man. Tap in. We've been doing this for a while now. Let's continue to make some money, man. That's always the goal, is to be profitable. So I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. Have a great day.